Drive hard. Drive Mustang. Mustang. Drive hard. Drive Mustang. Drive Mustang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up, and welcome to another SYF TV Shoutcast. My name is Spud, joined in the hot seat tonight, none other than good old Firestrike. Firestrike, what is cracking, buddy?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot.
Having a good night, I hope?
Nope. Big day. This is like the start of my weekend, and I'm broke and sober.
Oh, GG. That's
Yes.
no fun at all. No fun at all. Anyway, got a
What is
cracking
the point
match
of this
here.
world?
In front of us, I do believe, we have InVidious taking on RIZEN. And according to the CG voting system, things here are not going to go too well at all for the InVidious team, I do believe. Firestrike, by the looks of things here, InVidious also only has 4 players. So, what is this, round 1 of the leagues?
Round 2.
Round 2, GG. I'm just saying
InVidious-
GG now, RIZEN to win.
Yeah, well, InVidious had a big win last week, and by last week I mean last night. They got up 16-3 against somebody, and RIZEN also got a win early too, so good start to the season for both teams. But
Alrighty. Well, I haven't seen a RIZEN team play a COD 4 for what feels like 7 years, so it'll be fascinating to see how they roll out. Yeah, InVidious played Impulse Gaming on 17th of February, and yeah, like you said, came out a 16-3 victory on Crash. Let me just pop up the stats for the good old RIZEN guys, see where they're at. They played team by the name of Rape Whistle, 16-12 victory to them as well. So, I don't know. According to the votes here, InVidious is going to absolutely get demolished in this one. They've only got 4, so that's a massive drawback already here.
yeah.
Firestrike, heading on into this one, like, sort of, what are you expecting from these 2 lineups here this evening?
Well, InVidious, I'm not really sure how they're going to play, because missing that 5th player, like, I'm not really sure which spot you'd sort of drop, with obviously only having 4. But whatever they pick, though, it's going to be bloody hard for them to try and get up 4v5. With that being said, though, I don't know. It's RIZEN should take this one. Bit of a cakewalk.
That they most certainly should. Cluster's quite a good map. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's been around now for, I think, two seasons of maybe 3 even. Yeah, there we go. It's had a few modifications to it. I believe this is version 1.5. Obviously, we've got the nice little yellow tractor in the midsection of the map that just opens up the A-bomb side like you wouldn't believe, and makes life quite a bit more fun for both the 2 teams on the offensive and defensive sides of this map here. InVidious still is lacking a 4th here. The 4th player seems to be timing out quite a bit here, or crashing now. So that's exactly what you want here.
I think it was a different 4th that crashed.
Oh, well, hopefully they can get 5 in here. It'll be nice
4.
and dandy. Sorry, 5 in here.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. That's all good.
So
it's
lots
all
of
good.
tactical timeouts will probably be called.
If this fellow is just going to crash all night long, then probably. If he's running Windows 8, then he's a complete idiot. No, I'm just kidding.
Shout out to MS.
It's all good. Shout out to Microsoft. Thank you for thank you for your new operating system. It is loved by the community thus far. Punkbuster, shout out to you as well for failing to update your software. It's all good. Here we go, we return to the server here. I'm going to ask good old Yates, our streamer, to ready on up, and Touche here. Is he going to hit that?
Here we go.
And without further ado, match is underway here. The knife round coming up. We're going to take this one Firestrike, see how this one rocks and or rolls. I'm going to go with the good old Flea Man, who's followed by 4 of his fellow teammates here onto this this yellow tractor. Actually, it looks like they've got 2 AFK. No, they seem to be just chatting there in a good old match chat here. So Fleece decided to dive here into like a place. Sol picked up the first frag there onto Tartus. So RIZEN dropping 1 early in the knife round here to select sides here. Bolts takes down good old Clocks here. And Flea, very lucky to be alive there from, I believe it's pronounced Zeke or Zach. I have no idea. But he does indeed get dropped with a second round of the knife coming his way here. So with babies left to do all the work here, it's not going to work for him because Bolts is just going to come screaming out from the front side of the garage there and snaps him up for the knife round here. So what team are these? What sides, I should say, are we going here?
InVidious have picked defense into
That's all right.
passing.
That's all right. They might have been straighting this one quite hard, and I'm fairly confident on the defense. Generally speaking, I would say the attack is probably a little bit more generous to teams on this 1.5 version of Cluster.
Definitely.
But a strong defensive effort goes a long way. Has to be said.
Oh yeah, you can always like get up on the defensive side, but like with the tractor and the whole new building there, like it just exposes that whole A side, and it's just so easy just to bum rush away in there and take the bomb site too easily. But We're going to see what NVIDIA's trying to pull out here. They are up now the scope, which I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. But yeah, you want to take it away, Spud?
I certainly shall here. I'm going to be rolling out with a good old Touche. Sniper here for the NVIDIA's team. Gets a nice little sniper down the main alley here of Cluster. He takes down a good old Tartus here. Frosty with the bomb in hand for the RIZEN team. He's just coming around to the backside of Petrol's now. He's entered Toys and is very lucky to not cop a warbang there through the Toys cardboard walls here. So he just ponks his little tush down here. He's going to just camp it up. He's got a player literally sitting out directly on the A bomb site, about 5 meters away from him here. Baby's there with a nice little Desert Eagle from the backside of the yellow tractor. Snaps up bolts. He takes down another one there inside the cushions room here. So Zach also hits the deck. Salt now, last player standing for this NVIDIA's team, SMG, and he's zipping across this A site now, but he's got 3 players there left to just strike him down from all sides here. So the first round of this match goes and falls in favour of the RIZEN team. They head up 1-0.
Yeah, it looks like NVIDIA's opting to have the scope, one AK at B, and an AK at A, and an SMG sort of just sitting in Butcher. Leaves, although Touche does get opening peaks and shots off pretty well so far. So he's got the few early frags here now. Salt onto Frosty. Clocks now picking up Zeke over towards A. 3-on-3 situation now. His bomb has been dropped over towards his petrol station now. Deagle comes out from Babies, but can't quite pick up the frag on the Blots man. And it looks like now things are just going to settle down a bit while the RIZEN boys try and retake this little bomb here. Baby's now in Butcher that does the work, picks up the Salt Man, as it looks like Blots up here is all stuck at A by himself now, with these 3 RIZEN guys going to start bearing down on him any second now. Flea just waiting for him to poke now, and it looks like Clocks is going to go run and get the bomb here, but he does see him, doesn't quite get the frag off there, so Blots just sits here and just runs off and tries to hide here. As now Touche on the B cross here. It looks like RIZEN are going to try and rotate. Actually, no, they have not got the bomb here. Clocks has only got dropped here. Sorry, now a Flea hitting the deck from the Blots man who was sitting around towards the dirt section there. Baby's now on the A bomb site now, picks up the Blots man, and he's going to take this bomb for his troubles here. As he's just going to pick up any second now, and looks like Touche is just sitting towards the garage here, waiting for Babies to push on through here, but it looks like he's going to try and get this plant down first. As Touche just still waiting, sitting and waiting. Here's the plant go down. It is a bit of a fakie here from the Babies man as he sits here. He's trying to bait him out now. Gets the putting the reel down now, but Touche just comes around the corner, picks him up. No worries at all. 1 round to 1 goes the scoreboard, and yeah, well done to NVIDIA for taking that round out.
It certainly was. I've only got 4 players here. That is no easy effort by any team. Going to be rolling out now with that sniper action down the main alley. Can Touche pick up another frag? Yes, he can. It's straight onto Tartus once again. So he falls for the round here. And straight off the bat here, RIZEN only 4 players remaining in this round here. Clocks takes down good old Zeke from that mid-section of the map across the market area. Frosty takes down Bolts here. Touche's just relocated. Is looking at the backside of Mex here. Not many players falling his way here as Frosty just comes pummeling through now onto this A side here. And Salt has fallen on the backside of the yellow tractor here. Frosty doing a bit of weird fancy work here on this A side. Goes for a tickle here. He's only got Touche to compete with. What is happening here? We have a good old Touche at, what is this, Mattress Alley? No, it's not. He's all the way at spawn here. For some bizarre reason, he's deciding to head on back to this B bomb site. No, he's going for a nice little golden AK there. So he picks it on up. He's got a player here in the Mattress Alley, or the entertainment rooms, whatever the devil you want to call cushions. There's so many names for these little nooks and crannies on this map. But here we have it. Touche is probably going to fall to that player in entertainment room. No, he isn't. Somehow makes it through there. So some very poor aim from what I believe was a good old Clocks. Yes, indeed it was there. His AK letting him down with that accuracy here. So who's it going to be? Touche, though, comes screaming out of the side of good old garages here. But Fleet's just waiting in the wings of Petrol Station. Takes him on out with his good old sniper rifle here. 2-1 here, full scoreboard, RIZEN up by a round.
Yeah, Touche, he's getting these peaks on the cross. I'm not even sure how he's doing it, but I would recommend for him to drop the scope because, like, that's the one sort of position you don't really need as much as the other one. He needs another SMG in towards this A, but he is just spamming through the smoke. Doesn't get lucky this time here, and now it's going to be like a 2-on-4 situation towards his A site. Now Frosty and Tatus doing the damage. Salt and Blots hit the deck straight away here. Now it looks like they're going to try and rotate back around from the B side here, but Baby's in that new room, takes him out. Both Zeke and Touche there with some big plays. 3 rounds to 1 goes to scoreboard, and that's RIZEN in the lead here by 2 rounds.
Certainly was. It was a beautiful round there by Team RIZEN here. quick look at the scoreboard here. We can see that Babies is well out on top for his team at the moment. He's sitting on 6 frags, 2 deaths, followed up by good old Frosty there, who is 3 for 2 here. Flea opens up the frag count for this round, just doing some nice peak action with the sniper rifle through that mid-market section. Takes out what I believe was a good old Zeke. Yes, indeed, it was here. So Flea here knows where his enemy opponent is that sniper is always poking. Good old 2-Salt is just going hard and thick from that top side spawn building over on the defensive side of the map here. Flea with his eagle. He's going to get picked from the top side of dirt here. Flea, my man, watch out. It is good old Blotz coming to him straight now. Blotz is a 2G with that SMG, has taken out his opponent for this round here. It is a 2v1 situation coming out with a Blotz left with 2 to tango for this round. Where's that bomb at? Frosty here's rotated all the way across that B side, who's going for the plant for this RIZEN team here. Clocks is just defending all the way at the back side of the good old defensive spawn here. So Blotz with a lot of work ahead of him here. 40 seconds now remaining in the round as the plant has come out on that B side here, and as he's just moving up through the backside of these mech areas. He has 2 players now remaining on this B side. He's about to get absolutely destroyed here by most likely Clocks. He was just poking over the back wall. Nope. He's going to just tick on up from it. Frosty, though, has spotted him, and the comms now are going to come out thick and fast here. Surely good old Blotz is going to drop within a matter of seconds here. He comes sprint jumping onto the side here with absolutely no cover his way, and Frosty picks him up with a nice little headshot there. 4-1 here goes to the scoreboard, Firestrike.
Yeah, I definitely think Touche needs to drop the scope and just try and give some more support towards A. If he's not getting those lucky picks through the smoke, then he's just... his teammates are getting just way outnumbered over towards A here. So it's going to happen again here. There's going to be like a good 3-on-1 sort of situation here as Clocks picks up Touche. Blotz now onto Tatus over in A, and Frosty gets the revenge strike onto him now. Zeke over towards that B side picks up the Babies man, as it looks like this bomb is heading down at this A side now. Tags go out here. Frosty getting all the tags down and eventually picks up the Salt Man, who was sitting on left here. 1-on-3 situation now as Zeke's got to rotate all the way back from B here. Bomb goes down, 40 seconds left on the clock here. Zeke, here's one mattress alley, can't quite pick up the frag there as he's just running on through here, but does get picked up by Frosty sitting in petrol station. And RIZEN definitely looking in a commanding lead so far as well.
They most certainly are here. Going to be rocking and rolling for, let's go Frosties this round. Where is he at? He's throwing smoke into that midsection, just trying to block that sniper shot from good old Touche down the alley here. I presume it's landing near that good old Butcher area here as he comes sprinting across now to the backside of this petrol station. Tartus now making his way across as well. He's got to play at the backside of dirt here. Is Tartus going to get the snap onto him? Yes, he is. Blotz hits the deck for this round here. But over on the other side of the map here, Touche is just going off like an absolute gun at the moment. I believe he's just taking out another 2 for this round here. So Flea and Babies have gone down for this round here. Frosty now making his way into the Toys building. This A-bomb site is being smashed wide open, this RIZEN team. They can move in here, but Salt has other ideas. He's flanked all the way around from the backside of the Butcher area here and has caught the RIZEN guys off guard here. He snaps up another one for the round here, and good old InVidious have got their second round on the board here. 5-2 goes the scoreline. RIZEN still up by 3 though, Firestrike, so doing pretty comfortable work here on the attacking side of Cluster.
Yes, RIZEN definitely playing well so far here, and they just need that one pick early on at A, and they just got that bomb side. So I am watching Flea now. He does see one jump across over towards the B side here, but Clocks does the damage, picks up the Zeke man. Clocks now again onto the Touche. Some great stuff here coming out on the B bomb side. Yeah, the bomb is already going down at B here, so RIZEN definitely getting this bomb down nice and quickly here. Flea now onto Blotz. Salt now picks up the Babies man. Last man left is Salt. He gets picked up by Flea sitting green car, and Baby's not too happy with that UAC lag.
Here we go. Who should I rock and roll with for this round? Let's go over to Tartus. He's doing some exciting stuff with his SMG as he just comes flying across now once again to this backside of the petrol station. Is he going to make it? Is Touche going to take him out? No, he's not. There's some nice sniper action by Flea there, successfully defending his fellow SMGs very well. But unfortunately for good old Tartus, he's met by a good old flashbang there. So he hits the deck. Blotz there. Well played to the SMG for the InVidious team. Blotz picking up a second there in the form of Frosty here. Can he make it 3 here? Shay is met by Babies, who comes flying out of the cushions building here, and he takes out the sniper for the InVidious team here. Good old Ziak, or Zeke, I'm not sure how you pronounce that one here, doing a nice little job of defending this B bomb side here. And InVidious is up with a player advantage here on this round. Flea with a nice little smoke here onto the backside of the petrol station as he reclaims the bomb here. Is he going to go B? He's got a player, I believe, on the inner wall of, yes indeed, of the tractor building, and Blotz though picks up a 3rd here. So he is going off like you wouldn't believe here. That SMG for InVidious has hit the front of the scoreline for the InVidious team. He's on 9 for 8 here, and that was some wonderful SMG work, Firestrike. Big big credit to him for successfully defending that bomb site like an absolute champ.
Yeah, it was interesting. He was pretty much left alone there that round and managed to get 3 or 4 frags and held down that bomb site nicely here. I am rolling out with him this round. He did throw a nice late nade towards A corner there, and now Frosty did get picked up by Zeke. Babies onto Zeke in retaliation. Touche gets a nade kill onto the Clocksman. Tatis now kills the Bloodsman, who was doing all the damage last round here. 2-on-3 situation here. Clocksman not too happy with that one, and RIZEN Flea is going to try and get this bomb down now. Babies now picks up the Saltman, who's sitting in that butcher section. 3-on-1 situation. Touche, all the work to do. He's coming down from the spawn here. He's got his deagle out. He's going to get snapped up in a matter of seconds there. Picks up the Tatis man. Nice little flick with the deagle there. And did hear another one towards that new building. But Babies pops around the corner. Picks him up. No worries at all. 7 rounds to 3 goes to the scoreboard. And some good plays from the RIZEN boys here, Spud.
Quick look to this scoreboard file. So you can see that Babies is still out on front for the RIZEN team. 11-7 for him. Over on the InVidious side of things, Touche has just quickly nipped out good old Bloodsteady, sitting on 10 for 8. So nice job by the sniper of the InVidious team here. Going to be rolling it out with good old Zeke for this round here as he spots an SMG. Babies pushing up through that mid-market, takes him on out, but Tarsus here comes flying on in there from the mattress alley with his SMG once again. A very nice job to him indeed here. Touche is met by a good old AK there in the form of Clocks at the backside of the mech here. Can he make it 2? No, he can't there. Tartus gets pipped by good old Flea from the backside of the mech here. So he falls, and RIZEN here going nice and strong and fast here onto that B-bomb site. Has successfully got the plan out here, but Frosty's got himself in a bit of a pickle here. Salt there has managed to take him out from the top side of the market staircase here, leaving Flea with a 1v2 here. The bomb has been planted here, and both players now make themselves visually seen on this B bomb site here. So Flea has managed to take down Salt with his Desert Eagle here. Can he make it a second? Come on, Flea mate. No, you're a decent sniper. Here we have it. Beautiful little headshot there into the last remaining player for the InVidious team. 8-3 now goes to the scoreboard, and RIZEN is rocking and rolling now on the attacking side of this map. Firestrike. Very well played to them indeed.
Yeah, well played from there, but InVidious probably could have worked out a bit better that round. But nonetheless, here RIZEN get the round. 8 rounds to 3 goes to scoreboard. It looks like they are rolling out with an A push here. The RIZEN boys as Tatis now getting all flashed up towards that A corner section there. Salt now opening the account here for the InVidious lads, taking out the Babies. And looks like Tatis now is going to get dropped from Blotz. He was just pushing a little bit too far around here. Onto Frosty, a nice little TK action there. Now Clocks onto the Salt man, who was over towards A here. Flea's just waiting for the man to poke around from the dirt section there. It's not going to happen here so far. The bomb is dropped in the A corner. Zeke now onto Clocks in the backside of that Butcher alley here. Flea last man left now, and he does get done in by the scope there. Some great work from the InVidious boys here as 8 rounds to 4 goes to scoreboard. And RIZEN will definitely want to get all the rounds they can here, as it could add up at the end of the season. Yeah, for the finals. Yep, you're quite correct in that. Firestrike, you're going to be rolling out with good old Touche, who is once again just trying his best to bang down through the smoke of the alley main street here. Can't get anything to happen here. Babies here opens up the frag count, takes out Salt. Frosty quick to respond there, takes down good old Blotz as well here. So a nice little strong push coming out from this RIZEN team onto this A side here. Touche getting tagged up quite hard there by what I believe was an SMG at the top side of the dirt tractor. At the dirt alley. So there we have it. He falls for this round here, and a good old Zeke here is probably piddling his pants at the moment because he's locked up in the garages here of the A bomb site, and he gets absolutely smashed from the rear there. Clocks coming out from the plant there. 9-4 he goes to 9-4 goes to scoreboard here, and RIZEN is doing a fabulous job here on the attack. Firestrike. Yeah, InVidious is just getting a little done in with them having only 4 here. I'm noticing at A, when they push really hard, it either goes really, really well for them or really, really badly. And it looks like... Where RIZEN going? RIZEN heading towards B this round, I think. Where's the bomb at? I can't find. No, Frosty's got the bomb. He's at the petrol station here, as a couple of the InVidious boys have fallen over towards this A bomb site already. Touche now onto the Flea man, and he is the last man left now. He's at the spawn section here. Looks like everyone's frag hunting him here as he's going to prone with the deagle on the floor. Tatis, though, picks him up there. No worries at all. Cops a few tags, but nonetheless here. 10 rounds to 4 goes the scoreboard, and it's a very strong RIZEN half here. Certainly is. All they need to do is play aggressive,
be a little bit forceful and just edge out their opponents here on the bomb side, so they have that player advantage, and it is certainly working well from here as this RIZEN team looking to go a once again here. Frosty there with a nice little nade onto Salt. I want to talk about his Salt's nade, which picks up a +10 onto both Babies and Frosties. So the two carriers here for the RIZEN team have fallen for this round here. Can InVidious pick up a 5th round here on the scoreboard? I certainly hope they can here, as I would love for this match to come down to the wire here. They have quite a bit of effort ahead of them here. But it is now a 2-on-3 situation coming out here with good old Tatus or Tartus versus with Clocks as well versus Blotz, Touche, and good old Zeke here. So both RIZEN boys are practically all the way at spawn here, and Blotz is there to greet him, and he takes down both of them there with some very awkward play indeed there. So with the SMG, successfully took out his opponent, and then somehow ran over to his opponent's body that he just shot with who was that for the RIZEN team running down as well? I believe it was Clocks. Just falling behind, just looked at his opponent, just let him shoot him in the face. Very weird plays indeed there by RIZEN. But anyway, 5-10 hit is here at the halftime Firestrike. And I must say, InVidious didn't do too badly on the harder side here of Cluster, especially with only 4 players.
Yeah, they got more rounds than I thought they would, but those very aggressive plays that they seem to have got a few rounds here. And like I said before, every round could prove to be crucial at the end of the season when we start playing final spots here. And yeah, that's all good to really say about that half, Spud.
Oh, good mate. Do you want to take this round away?
Alright, I am watching Flea here. He's scoping down the alleyway. No smoke has gone up yet. Could possibly be a B here from the InVidious boys. It is here. I am rolling out with Salt now. He's got the bomb in hand. He's planting the bomb already. About 20 seconds into the round here, and the RIZEN boys have only just caught onto it now. Blotz picks up the Frosty man. Nade goes out from Flea. It's a good one. Picks up Salt on the bomb side here. Frag's coming thick and fast here as Zeke just chokes the aim, but eventually gets the test man who was jumping on top of the canopy in the midsection. Defuse comes out from the Babies man on the bomb here. It turns out to be a fake. He whips out his deagle, picks up the Blotz man in that market in the basket room here. Zeke now onto Babies, so some good stuff here. Bombs ticking away here. 22 seconds left clock here. Flea and Clock's the last 2 man left. Touche 2G with his little sniper there as he gets a quick scope onto the Flea man. Clocks now picks up the Zeke man on the bomb site. One-on-one situation here. Touche, deagle in hand. 8 seconds left on the clock. Clock's going to the full defuse here. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. Doesn't get the defuse. And Touche with the deagle too strong and gets the frag there. 6 rounds to 10 goes the scoreboard. And InVidious pick up another one for their troubles here, Spud.
Absolutely massive round there to the InVidious boys. Blotz and Touche just tearing up here on 15 frags apiece here, doing a wonderful job for the InVidious side of things here. Rocking and rolling with them now. Oh, Babies throws a massively deep nade down the main alley there. Picks up a nice little frag there onto good old Zeke. So InVidious stuck in a little bit of a tough spot here. Oh, Touche with the beautiful little poke. Ali there just snaps up a good old Babies there as he poked his head up from the top side of that market wall here. Flea though gets the nice little lock and pick onto Tartus, so he falls at the backside of Dirt Alley. Lots of smoke now coming out onto this A side here as InVidious looks to just hopefully tear it up here on this A side. Can they make the magic happen? I certainly hope they can here. Flea throwing a nice little nerdy one over this garage area. Is it going to pick up the planter? No, it's not. Oh, yes, it does. But the plant is successful there. Blotz hits the deck. Flea takes down another there. Touche takes out his opposing sniper here. So it is all left up to good old Salt here. Where the devil is he at? Top side of Dirt here as he sprint jumps and fires for his life there. Runs out of ammunition and just goes headfirst into the dirt. And bam, there we have it. Another round falls in favor of this RIZEN team now. They don't need another 5 more rounds to secure victory in round 2 of the Cybergamer Amateur League. What are they? Division 2?
3.
3? There we have it. Division 3.
3. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it is good. They are. Looks like the InVidious boys are rolling out with a B here. Clock's got a bit over eager there, pokes the scope there and gets done in for his trouble there. Touche picking up the frag. Frosty, nice little nerd nade, picks up the Zeke man over towards B. The bomb is dropped over there. Frosty now jumps over the wall, picks up the Blotz man. Touche doing the damage here, picks up the Tatus man who was floating around that spawn section, I believe. So some great stuff here. 2-on-3 situation. InVidious do have the bomb in hand as well. So it looks like they are going to try and rotate on back through to A. As Touche does have the bomb, he's going all around through back to spawn here. Salt now picks up the Babies man floating around that midsection here. So some great stuff here as it looks like RIZEN have now picked on that it is an A rotate. Flea is going to rotate around, sit around the back of the garage section there for one of them to push on through the mattress alley there. Frosty is going to wait a B though, and it could prove to be crucial here if he does not rotate. Flea now sees one towards the dirt section there as it looks like he fails the scope shot there. Salt now picks up the Flea with the bait there, and looks like we are left with a 1-on-2 situation here. Frosty is the last man left for the RIZEN boys as he's floating around this marketplace now with his AK-47 here, Salt, and the Touche he does have to contend with here, as it looks like he's going to bide his time here and just come on through nice and silently here. As Frosty now just with little flick there, picks up the Salt man sitting on the tractor. Some good stuff there. One-on-one situation now. Touche and Frosty here. Frosty's making a hell of a lot of noise now as he jumps around the corner. Does see him, but he doesn't quite react quick enough. Yes, he does as he jumps behind the car. Frosty picks up the Touche man. And that's another round for the RIZEN boys with a nice little clutchy clutch there from the Frosty man. It may actually have been a TD.
Explosive.
Yeah, it was a TD. It was a four-man TD.
Does that count in the record? No, it doesn't count in the record book. So
No.
good, Dongari. Can we go with babies for this round here? SMG for the RIZEN team here. Loves that yellow tractor here. Let's see if InVidious is throwing any nades his way for this round. Nope, absolutely no rounds here. Classic CGA material. So really, babies there should have just absolutely got destroyed by at least 2 grenades falling his way to block the rushes on the petrol station here. And RIZEN have just come out absolutely romping it for this round here. Salt and Blots have been done in hard there by the SMG. Good old Tartus pushing on through that Butcher alley, doing all the damage here. Baby's poking his head around now from this yellow tractor alley, or the front side of cushions, if you will. He takes down good old Ziak for the round. Touche now left to pick up the pieces from his team here. I can't see him doing it now. Bomb has been dropped at the backside of this petrol station here, so it's basically an absolutely monstrosity of a failed A round for the InVidious team. And there we have it. Clock's just doing a very bizarre tog position on the backside of that A bomb site there. Takes out the good old Touche, just not expecting it at all there. Very weird position to be indeed. But it gets the job done, and RIZEN there picks up their 13th round now on the scoreboard, Firestrike.
Yeah, I'm noticing that the stratting's quite poor from both teams here. Like, there's no block nades going out from either side on either side of like anything. It's just sort of just a butt rush fest to one of the bomb sites and like a clusterfuck, really. To be quite fair. As a couple of the RIZEN boys do get dropped early here, but Flea does the damage and picks up the opposing scope there. Salt now onto the Tatter, so we are left with a 3-on-2 situation here. InVidious got to make the best of this round if they're going to have any chance of winning this game here. Now Salt he is on the bomb here, waits for the Flea to poke on through here. He picks him up there, no worries at all. Gets the plant down now, and one man left. It is the Frosty. He is floating around tractor now, gets picked up by Salt. So a big round there from the Salt man, and that's 13 rounds to 7 goes to scoreboard, and we have a PB kick.
Stunning. Any timeouts coming here? No, absolutely no timeouts coming from the RIZEN team. So they are pretty confident that they're all right to go here, even with a player down here. So it's Flea who actually got kicked there for that round, as he comes back in onto the server, but unfortunately a little bit too slow there on the reconnect. Wasn't able to make it in the round time. Baby's here going absolutely off like a gun. He takes down good old Blots, but Ziak there waiting in the wings takes down good old Tatus as well with his AK-47 here. As Touche now pushes up to the backside of this dirt, trying to open up this A bomb site. It certainly is, mate, and all that needs to happen here is for Ziak to just come all the way onto that bomb site. Just get that plant down, mate. Stop being so cautious about it. And then they've got Babies to contend with here, who's once again, always, he just loves this yellow tractor, mate. May as well married at this point in time. But anyway, so the SMG pushing up now in the form of Baby Smoke on the site. Very nice from the InVidious team. But unfortunately, though, there's no cover from Touche here as the plant goes down. So Baby's just left to pick up the planter here, and Frosty there also snaps up Touche on the backside of the cushion area. So very, very poor and sloppy play there by the InVidious team. They certainly had that one in the bag had they have just been a little bit more cautious on the plant there. Firestrike was really expecting him to come out with the victory in that one and head up to 8 there on the scoreboard, leaving out with RIZEN only needing 2 more rounds to win this Firestrike, so things certainly not looking good at all here for the InVidious team.
Nah, well, when you rock up to 4 with a war, it's probably going to happen here. We are left with a 3-on-4 situation, or 3-on-2, sorry, situation, as Frags at the start of the round claim a lot of lives early here, and looks like the InVidious boys have dropped the bomb sort of towards the back A corner there, with Salt and Blots here just sort of in no man's land at the moment, just trying to get something done here, but it's not looking good here for him. Salt now picks up Babies in that mattress alley, some great stuff there. 2-on-2 now as Tatus here's one in that mid-market there, jumps out the corner, shoots the Salt man through the canopy, some great stuff there. 1-on-2 now as the Blots man is last man left. He is going back for the bomb now, And what's he going to try and pull off here? He has Tatis in the midsection, and he has Frosty at B, so he definitely wants to try and go back to A if he can. And it looks like he's going to try to, but he's going to take a fair bit of time in doing so, and it's going to give Tatis a lot of time here to rotate on through here. Looks like they are going to try and meet up and butcher here. Now Tatis now puts the tags on him, and Blot's too good here as he takes the cover behind the concrete pillars here. Frosty now the last man left for the RIZEN boys. He's going to push on through this red car as the fake was a fake here from the Blotsman, giving Frosty plenty of time to rotate back on through. As another fake goes out, Frosty makes his voice heard here from the tractor and gets the little wallbang there from well, just a little shot under the bomb there, which was nice and cute, and gets the frag. 7 rounds 15 goes scoreboard.
Indeed it does here. This is potentially match point here to the RIZEN team. They certainly deserve it, have played very well on the map of Cluster here. InVidious, I reckon if InVidious had have had 5 to this match, it would have been potentially a different story coming on into this one, because even with 4 here, they're playing a solid match indeed here. Looking at the sniper now for the InVidious team, once again, good old Touche here as he comes around to the backside of the petrol station, scoping once again onto this A bomb site. Oh, nade there, falling literally just a few feet away from his body. Very lucky to be alive is Touche, as he comes a few bullets coming his way here from an A. He's moved all the way up onto this petrol station, so RIZEN playing super aggressive like always, and that is all they've needed to do for the entirety of this game here. Their opponents for the night here, InVidious, only had 4 coming out, and when that's the case, you know, you apply just a little bit more pressure here, and the lack of that 5th is just makes an absolutely massive difference in all of these rounds here. And Touche here, last player standing for the InVidious team. RIZEN are looking like they've got this one in the bag here. Touche with a nice little headshot there onto Frosty, but he's a long way from home here. The bomb is all the way over on the side here. Picks up a second there. Flea just came diving out there on the backside of Spawn Street here. Touche has actually spotted a AK-47 player, but it is going, oh my goodness, son, he is potentially going to clutch this one. Clocks goes down as well there, and that was a very bizarre poke indeed by good old Touche. He just quickly poked his head around the corner there to just check out if there was a player there, and there certainly was. Proning Shay here with only 1 left to tango with is going to be the SMG Titus, but unfortunately for him, he just comes sprint jumping in at the wrong time. Good old Titus hearing his footsteps as he comes here. Final scores 7-16. RIZEN takes it nice and comfortably. Firestrike, well played to them indeed. And what we saw here tonight was some spectacular sniping shooting from both these two teams. A few good old +10 grenades coming out, and some fabulous SMG work through that butcher area. Cluster's such a nice map, Firestrike, and I'm sure that a heck of a lot of the teams coming out really do enjoy this this great custom map.
Yeah, definitely a great map. It's probably up there with one of my favorites at the moment. Just disappointed that neither team really seemed to have a grasp on the map. They didn't. They were going around like chooks with their heads cut off, and the block nades were sloppy to pour from both teams, and like the positioning was like, yeah, like they didn't know how to defend bomb sites really all that well. Especially, I know it's hard with like you're missing an extra player, but on that A bomb site from the InVidious team. Anyway, rant over. GG's, and yeah, that's my thoughts.
That's all good, man. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to another SYF TV Shoutcast. Firestrike's been an absolute pleasure shoutcasting with you, mate. Fantastic game. Yates, thank you so much for streaming here tonight. The streaming quality should have been super duper good. So, everyone out there in the AusCod community, thank you for tuning in to another SYF TV Shoutcast. My name is Spud. This has been RIZEN taking on InVidious. RIZEN winning it fairly comfortably here. So to all those in the community, be sure to hit that follow button on Twitch. It helps us out a lot. Likewise, head on over to our website, syfgaming.com.au, for the latest news and coverage of what we're up to here at SYF. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and this has been another SYF TV Shoutcast.